Hello everybody and welcome back to another shoe review. Alright, so in today's shoe review, we are going to be reviewing the Tinker Jordan 3s. Now, fortunately for us, Teg is not here to disturb us. He's not here to cause any ruckus. This is simply because he does not want to be in my presence while I'm recording. This is most likely because of the fact that I sort of embarrassed him last time. Right. No, wait, left. Roosters don't lay eggs, my friend. He said that he was humiliated. He said that I made him look like a fool. Alright, so now that you guys see how slow Teg really is, we could get on with the review. But, you know, he did that to himself. If you're wondering where Teg is right now, currently he's with his friend Pisces.
My name is Pisces Akono, and I'm here to say...
If you don't know who Pisces is, he is the creator of the Cyber Matrix. Pisces is a nice guy. He's very intelligent. Him and Teg have similar mindsets, so I'm sure they're going to be great friends. But I just felt like I needed to address that. But today, like I said, we are going to be reviewing these Tinker Jordan 3s. To kick it off, obviously, with the box, what do we have different? First of all, unlike what we usually see, we have Tinker Hatfield's signature on the box. Isn't that neat? Who cares? It's just a box. Let's talk about these shoes right now. Okay, so like most of you guys know, before we get into the aesthetics of the sneaker, what we like to do is something called the smell test. Alright, you guys ready? Here we go. Now that's definitely a pass for me, you know? It's very reminiscent of not quite a new car smell this time, but the sweet smell of chemicals. Okay, so now getting into the aesthetics of the shoe. Before we even get to the shoe, the first thing we notice is that, hey, we have a hang tag with a small Jumpman, but in addition to that, we got Tinker Hatfield's signature because for those of you who don't know, even though most of you should know by now, this was the initial design for the Jordan 3. Instead of going with this design, though, they decided to go with this, which is essentially the same, except that it doesn't have the Nike swoosh. So obviously there were some slight modifications, but basically this was the very original sketch for the Jordan 3, and if you ask me, I think that is extremely awesome. And regardless if you like this shoe or not, if you happen to be a big Jordan collector, this is definitely an essential. Now regarding the rest of the upper, to start it off, our midsole starts off as white, then on top of that we have a black midsole, and inside of this shoe we have an air bubble. And now what made the Jordan 3 so iconic, or at least one of the things that made Michael Jordan stay, was the fact that the air bubble was now visible. Before, there was still an air bubble encompassing the entire bottom of the shoe. However, now you can actually see it. As you can see, we have that window that is on all Jordan 3s, which I think looks incredible. Now on top of the midsole, we have this leather panel that goes across the entire shoe, except we have a black that contrasts with the silver leather we just talked about. And you actually can't really see the elephant print on this because it is in black. Now some of you guys like that, some of you guys don't like that. Obviously with the white cement 3s you are able to see it. So it has grown on a lot of people. Now, as we finally get to the very top of the upper of the shoe, we have this white leather that encompasses the rest of the upper. Now, we also have tonal laces coming with these. In addition to the tonal white laces, we have some silver, or I guess you could say gray eyelets that match that leather panel that we talked about earlier. In addition to that, on the bottom half of the laces, we have some red eyelets. I think the red is a really nice touch because it matches the Jumpman that is going to be on the tongue. Now, looking towards the back of the tongue, like I said, guys, in the past, I love details. We have Tinker Hatfield's signature on the back of the tongue. Honestly, guys, you're not going to see it when you're walking, but it's just a nice little touch, and I appreciate that they put in that little bit of extra effort to make this shoe special. Another thing that I forgot to mention that was different about this shoe, we have a Nike sign on the inside upper of the shoe. Now, this is embroidered, which I think was a smart decision to go with. It's a silverish gray, which I think was the right decision, which makes it sort of subtle. Now, moving to the back of the shoe, we, of course, have that beautiful Nike Air on the back. Now, like I mentioned with details, we got some more details. First of all, on your right shoe, on the insole, you see that you have a picture of this shoe on the insole. In addition to that, you have Tinker Hatfield's signature. Now on the left sole, we have the same exact thing, except for the fact that there's actually a message underneath the shoe. Now, unfortunately, it's kind of messed up, and I can't really read what it says, but if someone out there knows what it says, feel free to comment it down below. But basically, I just want to say that I appreciate the effort that they put into the detailing of the shoe, because on the insole or even behind the tongue, even though people aren't going to see this when you're wearing the shoe, as a collector, it really does mean a lot, because we really do appreciate every little aspect of the shoe. Now, I'm finally moving to the outsole of the shoe. You just have your typical outsole on the shoe. Nothing changes. Of course, this did have the Nike Air on the back, so it will also say Nike on the sole. So that will conclude the review. So with that, why don't we jump to the on-foot portion of the video. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate your time. If you happen to enjoy, feel free to leave a like. If you want, make sure to subscribe. I don't just make these shoe reviews, I also, of course, teach you how to get all these shoes for retail, so you don't have to pay resale. And yes, I teach you how to cop without a bot. This is team no bots over here. So if you're interested in any of that info or those helpful guides, even some jigs, definitely feel free to subscribe. With that though, I'm out of here, guys. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you guys later.
Get your foot off my foot. Ah.
Get your foot off my foot. Yeah.
Now I can't run and I can't walk. You hit me so hard I don't want to talk. Get your foot off my foot. Ah.
Get your foot off my foot. Yeah.
Why are you always in my way, knocking me over every single day? Get your foot off my foot. Ah.